Alright guys, so let me get into a model that I like to use and my setups that I like to use that can quite literally print you money if you know what you're looking for. I like to mark up my session highs and lows. So my Asian high, London high, Asian low. This would be my London low here, just didn't mark it out, but this would be my London low. Market likes to react off of this in the opposite direction just because typically this is where a lot of liquidity lies at the tops and bottoms of sessions, as well as previous day highs, previous day lows. It's just a point of interest, an area where there's loads of liquidity. So I like to look for a liquidity sweep. This is what this is, where you see something like this, a wick and a sharp move down. So this is the model that I would have taken today. I missed it. It wasn't within my macro, which is your 9:50 to 10:10. It's about a 20-minute window. It was just before, unfortunately, literally 10 minutes before. I'm a bit gutted that I missed it, but yeah, big trade here that anyone could have taken. I think it would have been about a 1 to 7. So you take it from the midpoint here, shove it above your sweep. Could even be more than that, yeah, about a 1 to 8. So an absolutely ridiculous trade today if you took this. I mean, it would even be more if you hold it, but you would typically take it off at the last point here. Yeah, so there was a massive sweep of the London highs. There was actually an S&T put in on ES, so you could take pretty much the same trade, but this is where the nice setup was. It was on NQ. Saw the sweep, and here is one thing that I saw. So typically, when you see a massive displacement like this, through a fair value gap, so through this bullish fair value gap, this bullish fair value gap turns into a inverse value gap, and the market could seek that, because as you can see, there was this tiny fair value gap here, but the market wasn't really going to tap back into this. It was also kind of linked with this. So we have this inverse value gap here, as well as an order block. So this would be your order block here, and this would be your breaker block. So as you can see, I've got this marked out. So you can kind of see here, there was just loads of confluence here for it to go lower. I like to enter off of the fair value gap, so this is where I would have looked for today, right here, literally this move here, but as you can see, it was about 6 minutes too early, and realistically, I was not going to grab any FOMO trades today. I mean, it looks as if there could be a potential setup. Let's go short again, depends if we rebalance somewhere here, which I'm not really looking for. I don't want to catch any other trades, or any trades today really, so yeah. It's quite standard in my opinion, a sweep of a session high or sweep of a session low, and then look for a trade in the opposite direction with a confluence. So I've got loads of confluence here, as well as it trading above midnight open, which ICT, I think, and again it stands to be corrected, he says if you're trading above, look for shorts, trading below, look for longs. So that's another thing just to keep in mind. I just use that as an extra confluence, and I believe that we had an opening range gap somewhere here as well, so we're trading within that. Loads of different confluences for us to go short. The market has been pretty much ranging, and it hasn't been very great at all for any setups, but this setup here was beautiful. I just didn't take it, unfortunately. So as I said, this is what it would be. As we sweep this high, we set through this displacement, leaving this inverse value gap tapped here, this order block, bang, tap in, shoot down, target your session lows. This is your London session, previous day low, and then this here would just be some sell side liquidity. And then if you really wanted to, I believe on the daily there was a fair value gap here. So if you wanted to target maybe the center point of this fair value gap, it would have been a bit more difficult just holding it that long, and I would have just taken it. If I could see it shooting down, I would have just targeted previous day low or the sell side liquidity here. Yeah, so that's pretty much the trade. I think it's quite simple. It's not too complicated, but that's why I trade in just New York, just because I look for these moves and stuff. So yeah, just drop a comment if you have any suggestions, anything you'd like to know, or just any feedback. I would much appreciate that.